And on this subject of Italy, I mean, the same question, I suppose, for other places, but they've passed this extra fiscal spending measure. The question remains how this will be paid for. The big questions around whether Europe has the appetite, the political appetite for any kind of shared debt. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, the measures were necessary. So the boost that has been communicated yesterday is very important. To quote Powell, this is not a time to question the necessity to do something on the fiscal side. That also applies to European countries, including highly indebted countries. The auction yesterday went very well, so the market is at this stage not really concerned yet. Of course, the PEP program of the ECB plays a very important role in this. We are now impatiently waiting to see the details on the European Recovery Fund that is going to be created by the European Commission. And we really should welcome and applaud the very committed tone coming from Angela Merkel, who is clearly insisting on the fact that we should do something together. It's important politically, historically, and to send that message in Germany, I think, is very important so that people over there realize we are lucky with our fiscal situation. Let's help the others a bit as well. Now, this is the easy part.
Well,
the difficult part is how do you do it?
Is it really luck, William? I mean, the Germans were pretty tight-fisted when it came to spending. They've been very conservative. They collect a ton of money in taxes. They're pretty fiscally responsible, it would seem, relative to the Italians. And I wonder if you think Italy is ever going to be able to get out of the situation it's now in. I mean, they're looking at probably 160% debt to GDP. And, of course, tax receipts aren't really going to pick up that much, even after the lockdown.
First of all, you're quite right in correcting me on using the word luck. I would say probably in English it's better to use fortunate. And that is, of course, that the past efforts suit Germany very well because it has a lot of leeway. Your point on the Italian debt is a very important one. The problem that you have is that if following recessions you accept an increase in your debt GDP ratio, and you don't really conduct an effort to drive it down subsequently, it just increases your fragility next time around. That is the experience of the 08-09 recession. Now we have another blow, and it just pushes it further from 130 to probably 165% debt GDP. That makes it very difficult to drive it down even further. That is true. On the other hand, my insistence on Germany, and in particular Angela Merkel's call to show some degree of solidarity, I think also needs to be considered in the context of the benefits that Germany has had from the euro.
Absolutely.
I think part of the export sector is related also to price competitiveness of the euro.